Welcome to the April 2023 Las Vegas Real Estate Report. In this video, I'm going to cover the March 2023 Las Vegas area housing stats, give you a current market assessment, talk about what's happening with mortgage rates, and share where we believe the opportunities are now for buyers and sellers in our current Las Vegas area market. Hi, my name is Jan O'Brien. Along with my co-team leader, Cosmo Morabbi, we are your local area experts covering all areas of the Valley, including Boulder City and Pahrump. Make sure you reach out to one of the members of our team, whoever might have sent this video to you. We're here for all your real estate needs. All right, let's jump right in. So March 2023, for 4 consecutive months, the median sales price for single-family homes in the entire Las Vegas Valley has been $425,000. Now that's down 7.6% compared to the previous March in 2022. Cash sales were 24.5%. They were right in there between 24-27% month over month. Short sales, only 1% of all sales last month were short sales or foreclosures, also known as distressed properties. Now, what else do we need to know? Well, let's just take a look at where this median price has gone. I like to compare where we went in 2022, where we basically ended the year in at 425, which is where we also ended the year in the year before. So you can see that the median price went up and peaked at 482 in May of 2022. And then basically we declined as the interest rates went up and hovered over 6, close to 7. People backed off. A lot of people sat on the sidelines, and we saw this decline, but we've been holding steady for 4 consecutive months, as I mentioned, at 425. You can see December, January, February, and March. Now, what's up with availability, meaning inventory? So we went from inventory beginning of January 2022 at 1821, and prior to that, it was even lower. We peaked up here in September of last year around 8,000 available homes on the market at the end of September. And since then, we have consistently been reducing the number of homes that are available, and that has a lot to do with how many listings have come on the market. A lot of sellers are reluctant to put their home on the market because why would you, unless you really had to move, if you're okay with your ad and you have a sub 3% interest rate. That's what's driving a lot of the low inventory. More on that later, and we're going to be talking about opportunities with new homes. All right, let's take a look at the weekly stats. That's something that we look at on a weekly basis. We don't just look at them monthly. And if you really love knowing what's happening in the market on a weekly little micro basis, make sure you're following us at living_Las Vegas on TikTok, also on Instagram, Living Las Vegas and Henderson. And you can get Cosmo's weekly update on what's happening in the real estate market here locally. And again, you can see on a weekly basis. And one thing I wanted to point out, not only are we losing single family home inventory, which is a combination of less homes coming on the market, but really a little bit more demand. More buyers in the last couple of weeks and months actually have jumped back into the market. And we actually feel, well, here's the first almost 3 weeks of April. As I record this is April 20th. It's very possible, as Cosmo just posted in his weekly update, our Las Vegas home price is going to go over 425 for median. We think yes. Right now they could be close to 430 or somewhere between 420 and 430. Depends on what happens in these last 10 days. So let's take a look at this again graphically as a perspective. I think it's so important to not just look at what's happening right now, but where we've come from, especially if you're a seller and you're thinking about, should I sell my home or not? And if you're a buyer thinking that the sky's going to fall and prices are going to come down, because honestly, they're just not. And that's really a result of simple supply and demand. We don't have the supply. We have not as much demand as we did when interest rates were below 3 and 4%. However, we are starting to see after 4 months, it's possible that the median price is going to tick up. If not stay flat, it's going to tick up a bit. But if we put it into perspective, we started out the year in January of 2022 at 435. And as I mentioned, we peaked up here at 482. And this just graphically shows that we, in essence, just lost what was gained in 2022 as far as appreciation for home sellers, and we've evened out. But if we go back and put it into further perspective since 2012, you can see that we had this steady appreciation, really healthy appreciation as you look at it in the chart over here. 36 to 19, 13, 18. This is just the annual median appreciation year over year. And then we get here to 2020, but let's take a look at 2021, where the median appreciation was $80,000. So it went from 32 in 2020 to 80,000. The median home value here, the person who owned a home that right at that median price point saw a $32,000 gain, then an $80,000 gain in 2 years, only to have it even out in 2022. And that's where we're standing right now. And it all depends on what happens with inflation, which brings me to mortgage rates. Inflation is the biggest driver right now of why the interest rates are popping around. And until the Fed really gets that inflation down to the 2% goal, we're probably going to continue to see this fluctuation along with the reports that come out on inflation, jobs reports. These are impacting what's happening. So this is just the April daily rates for mortgages. And I'll just look at the 30-year fix. So there was a little positive news back here on the 5th and 6th with a positive economic data report. I really thought we were going to see sub 5% interest rates for the first time in a while. And then they've peaked back up from 6.3 and they're hovering right around. We had a high of 6.7 just a couple days ago, and then they're trending down just a little bit. Now, the interest rates are what's keeping a lot of people off the sidelines. And again, they're probably going to stay in this range until we really get the inflation under control. So when is that going to be? Most experts feel that's going to be sometime next year. We're just going to have to watch and see what happens with the week and monthly data when it comes to the economy. So where are some of these opportunities? I want to talk a little about new construction homes. And this is a national report from Mortgage News Daily. Existing home shortage boost new home sales and builder confidence. And we're seeing a true positive uptick in one of the things that they track each month is the builder confidence. And it's just based on their sales and so forth. And we're definitely seeing that here. There is a very, very robust new home builders market going on here. And we're seeing a lot of sales happening in new homes. And here is the National Association of Home Builders chief economist saying currently 1/3 of housing inventory nationally now is new construction compared to historical norms of little more than 10%. So that the builders are trying to make up for where we've had a lot of this shortage that they really caused because they stopped building as much as we came out of the Great Recession. So there are definitely opportunities in new construction. So let's talk specifically if you're a buyer here and considering purchasing now. And I continue, if you go back and look at the reports I've been saying on a monthly basis, I truly believe there are opportunities for buyers right now in new homes. More on that just a second. However, why do I believe this? Because inventory has decreased, okay? There's a lot of people sitting on the sidelines waiting for some magical number to pop up, I guess, for what they think is inventory to increase or maybe sales prices to plummet, average prices to go down and interest rates to go down, and then they're going to jump in. Well, if that happens, and there's a lot of people sitting on the sidelines, including investors, let's just think it through. All of a sudden, we have a huge demand and not enough inventory if sellers don't quickly put their homes on the market to then go take advantage of lower interest rates. That inventory is going to get sucked up quickly. And we're going to be back in a competitive market where you may not be able to find opportunities to get sellers to cover your closing costs and to maybe reduce their price. Bidding wars are going to be the norm again. Now, we currently have bidding wars on properties for properties that are in great condition. And I'll talk a little bit about that when I talk about if you're a seller's opportunity. I want to stay focused just for a minute on resale. So there are opportunities with resales. And what we're seeing is properties that look great, that are updated, that are priced right. And we are even seeing some agents price below to create that bidding war. Those properties are moving quickly. It's a really mixed bag currently. But then we're seeing a lot of properties that need some work that might not be updated. They're not fixer-uppers per se. They just are older and they haven't been updated. Those properties are sitting on the market. sellers are having to reduce their price. And that's where we see the opportunities for you if you are buying and you want to purchase a home that is previously owned, a resale home. And obviously with new builds, sales have picked up in the median price point. Anything that's under 450 is moving a lot quicker. Traditionally, new homes are always a little higher than the resale for a particular area, and we see that here. But where we see the best opportunities are in the so-called spec homes. They're called them quick move-ins. These are properties that the builder has under construction. They're either ready now or they're ready in the next month or 2 to 3 months. This is the ones that they are offering deals on. So let us try to negotiate for you. The kind of deals I'm talking about are special interest rates. If you qualify and you use the builder's preferred lender. Every builder has a preferred mortgage company, a partner, an affiliated business arrangement with someone, and they're offering a variety of special financing from 2-1 buy downs to even 3-2-1 buy downs. In some cases, you have to put 10 or 20% down. You just need to reach out to us. We're very, very well versed on where the opportunities are. And they are all offering, in most instances, unless they are really selling them quickly. And again, supply and demand will determine if the builder is going to offer any kind of incentives, which they always offer something if you use their lender. But there are huge incentives, including being able to write an offer and get a reduced price and or all your closing costs covered, or get the builder to cover a buy down on your interest rate, whether it's temporary or permanent. And there are properties all around the valley. Here's a quick chart showing different parts of the valley from central east, northeast, northwest. The lion's share of properties are in the southwest and the northwest part of town for brand new builds. And just reach out to us and we'll help you with what might work for you. And again, if you're a seller or a seller considering buying afterwards, where are your opportunities? Well, again, I mentioned several times during this particular video that the peak for our market historically, the highest median sales price for Las Vegas was $482 in May of 2022. Since then, we've declined and we've hit $425 4 months in a row since December. And again, if you have a home that is updated or it's an older home and it's renovated, or if it's a newer home and it has today's standards of what people would like in a home, and they don't have to put the renovation dollars in, and it's priced to sell, then you're going to get it. You're going to get it sold, especially if you're working with an agent who knows how to market the property. That's definitely our team here. We're here to help you with all the latest things that we do with video and getting it marketed to the highest number of people that could potentially make an offer on it. We are seeing multiple offers. So if you have a home that is not renovated and is maybe older, then you need to reach out to us and we'll talk to you about options, maybe even talk to you about what you can do. What's the most cost-effective upgrade or updates that you can do to your house, which is generally paint, flooring, and anything that you do in kitchens and bathrooms are where you get the most return for your investment dollars. But if you don't want to do that and you want to get your home sold and take advantage of opportunities for new homes that are out there right now, reach out to us and we'll talk to you about what is a fair price to get your home on the market and to generate some interest and get it sold for you. So then we can then negotiate for you on the buy side. So that's it for the April 2023 update. Thank you for watching. If you aren't already subscribing, you can subscribe here on YouTube. You can follow us on TikTok. We have 2 channels. One covers everything from what's happening in the market to areas to Cosmo's weekly update. And then we have at Las Vegas New Homes for just new home tours. And you can also find us on Instagram. Until next month, be safe and we will talk to you soon.